feel that he can defend himself, you got a real problem. The neat thing about this group here, I consider you guys very elite because we don't train to handle street people, we train to handle other blackfellas. And that is really important. You're never going to make it in the NBA by playing junior high basketball. You got to get out there with the studs and you got to take your butt with it. So to accomplish this, we do something very passive. Because when you do this to a lady, they freak out. You walk right up like this and you're standing here. I did it to his wife last week and I thought she was going to pass out on the floor. So what you do is you start to deal with the energy and the aggression of standing this close. How many of you guys in here can hit a heavy bag really hard this close? You can't. So you have to have the ability to do what I call riding critical distance and learning to explode across a line from no man's land. No man's land is where you can get seriously hurt. Then you learn to tie the individual up. So we do this one drill just called body sticking. And as I come up to Craig here, and as I get close, he takes a step back, takes another step back, and he learns how to look through me and deal with my energy coming at him. This is a very passive way of dealing with being inside the box, scared to death, and then all of a sudden you get control. And the neat thing about push hands, sticky hands, and soft sparring, this is the ultimate in grappling. Now, all of a sudden, you stand this close, you know where the guy's hands are at, you know where his feet are at. You can only stand three ways. You can put the left foot in front, the right foot in front, or be dumb and stand like this. How many of you guys seen police officers? They're going to show you what it's like. And they wonder why that the biggest cost in the state of Washington is police officers being beat up. So when you start to work on a drill, we want to work on some basic mechanics. So everybody stand up. You're inside tendon structure, which is the third move of #1 form. Then you roll it out. This is the first move of #1 form. I got this from Sifu Out. Okay, so you roll it in, roll it out. Now watch how we apply it. We start coming in, and we don't make a contest out of this. If Joe winds up pushing here, I learn segmentation, and I basically let him do it. And I do not do something dumb like this, because he's going to, don't break my glasses. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm learning how to make it work with my hips, so I'm doing my Tai Chi. Okay, now everything that is getting lost is nobody's seeing any applications out of this. Okay, that's what you do. So as I push at Joe, and he feels my aggression coming at him, he just does a step and turn and goes right into 1B wrist grab. Now the philosophy of this is really simple. How many of you guys have ever flight of stairs and took the last step and there's no stair there? You know the worst one is to walk up a flight of stairs and it's dark and you're like this, and and you're going, wait a second, I got 20 years of training, and you almost fell right off the stairway. Here's the other one. Now I want you guys to play with this. Okay, I'm the wall. He pushes at the wall. Okay, he just pushes at the wall and the wall's not there. There's your step and turn. The concept of this is the most vulnerable part of the body. If I hit him here, he just turns his shoulder. If I hit him here, he turns his shoulder. If I hit him solid, I got a real chance of hurting. In all military, police, they shoot at the sternum, not the head. This is so hard to move. So from doing your Tai Chi, your push hands, your sticky hands, your soft sparring, you learn how to turn this center of gravity. So everything is coming right from there. Once that happens, all of your applications open up. From this point here, he can basically, if I'm set up here with each situation, he can easily manipulate that line. Now, Just play with it. Grab a partner. It's standing back here, the guy's calling your mother every name in the book, you're trying to get out of this thing, and next thing you know, the guy's got his hands up, and bang, you're into sticky hands. But sticky hands does you no good at all unless you sit here and play with it and figure out this guy's patterns. Every one of you guys spar. Does anybody in here not have a pattern? It's amazing. You can take basketball players, they sit and they analyze them. The guy takes 2 dribbles, cuts to a 45-degree angle, and shoots a shot. Then he wonders to know why Dwight Howard makes him eat the basketball. Because he's been watching it on video. So you sit here and you play with this, and you start seeing what he's doing, and at this point here, what am I looking at? Off-center points first, and keeping my feet where I can effortlessly use them, because if I don't like what he's doing, I'm going to get to a 45-degree angle so I don't get my face busted. Off of this here, I start looking at what Joe's doing. He's got his left foot forward. That sets up like a trap from this line into this line, into a takedown. And you can do these things so effortless with one finger, it's ridiculous. I don't care how big the guy is, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, if you cut the tree down with the right 45-degree angle. Okay? You don't cut a tree straight across and expect it will drop on top of you. But if you want to position the tree, you cut a 45-degree out of it, and then you can take your saw and you can drop it within about a 2-foot radius anywhere you want to. Same thing with him. Once you understand how to control the guy. When Professor Hoyer and I started working on sweeps, our biggest mistake, we'd sweep the guy and leave him 5 feet over there. And if you don't score on him in a tournament within 2 to 3 seconds, I don't know what it is now, they stopped you. So what we did is we started figuring out how to sweep them and position them. So from here, you're going to do your sticky hands, and you're just going to play because we're going back to basics. I want to get comfortable from being here to getting against this ugly guy right here, this close. And I want to feel comfortable about it. Okay? So go with your partner. First